Maggie taking this picture. Test. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Lake Crescent.
Nice lake.
Oh my god, look at that. Beautiful. We're going to turn around, or if we see a gas station is close, we're gonna go and fill up our tank. Then we'll go back to the charger because they won't be done. Is it just this side? few.
charging at 3.7.
All right.
Listen to the sound of electrons.
Let's do the 50 now.
Or is it from the 50 to
Yeah.
the 30?
7.5. Actually, that's impressive.
Grass Creek Road. We're getting some scenery now.
Yeah.
Chehalis River. Each of you coming down here.
Yeah, agreed.
Fuck yeah. And that lighthouse. Functional. Marine biologist.
I don't know if you can hear, but you can actually hear the seals from the ocean, kind of like whining dogs.
Seeing the beach, time to turn around.
All the hike was worth it.
Yeah. Somebody in a kayak right there.
Yeah, it's fine. A Tesla's around 85 kilowatts. This is not nearly as efficient,
Okay.
but I can go off-road.
Yeah.
I love off-road.
You see a lot of them on the road.
Yes.
They're nice looking and they're everywhere.
Yes.
Oh,
That's the goal.
that pole on the back of your trailer.
I'm getting ready to set up an antenna.
Oh, ham?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a ham also.
Oh, are you?
All right. It's like we saw that and we were all taking guesses on what it was for.
Well, that's what it's for.
Is your plate your ham?
That's my ham call.
Told ya.
I'm K1AMT.
Okay. Yeah, I run QRP, so I don't, you know.
Yeah,
all
low
I
power. Yeah, reduced power.
Right.
So
CW all the time.
I did
so.
for a while. I'm working on learning CW.
Oh, well.
But
I'm
it's
revising my old skills.
there you go.
Yeah.
No, awesome.
Can we get into California today or no?
We're gonna try.
Yeah, it depends on how long our stops are.
Yeah,
But I think it would be a good idea to get into California today. Stay on track.
What's the first stop in California?
Crescent City.
Yeah, sleeping. So, all right, we're fed. We've had some coffee.
Next stop is Coos Bay.
Coos Bay, just basically it's buffer. We're getting buffer.
Okay. cool view up here of the rocks out there. Next to the semi.
It is.
Just right in front of me, yeah.
It is.
The Maki Rally. It's lifted a little bit. It has some other features and stuff on it. It's actually kicking ass pretty well off-road. It's not going to be like the off-roading that we do, but as far as like rally cross, that type of stuff.
I had a look on my face. There's one thing where they called it like a.
Hi.
Size of some of these trees. They can't touch them.
cannot make Tahoe City today, and we're gonna stay over at a campground. We have a couple of options, and we're going to one of them. It says they don't accept walk-up after 8 p.m. and right now it's 7:16 p.m. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed we get there and they have a good spot, otherwise we have to look somewhere else.
So we reached the campground. The office was closed, but we were able to reach a staff with a phone number, and the staff was super helpful. He contacted the owner of the campground, and she was able to find a campsite for us, and we made the payment through the phone, and we're gonna stay overnight here.
Check.
Got it. The Chinese cemetery here.
Chinese.
Yeah, it's called Chinese Cemetery.
Oh. Yeah, decent sized lake. Yeah, geodesic dome. We'll see it on the way out too. Get a better view. Because back in the day, this was actually how they got across. Before they had the highways and stuff, this was the trail. This was the highway. They took wagons and stuff through. Horse and wagon, horse and buggy. Rubicon Trail was actually a designated highway, and it is again. The four-wheel drive associations and stuff worked hard to make sure it was stayed designated as a highway, so it wouldn't get closed by the state.
What's the speed limit?
Oh, I don't know, 55. See?
Oh, really?
But you're not going to do that. Well, I mean, you could, I suppose, if you had the right vehicle.
At your own risk.
Yeah, so, but this was the through route before they had the highways and stuff. The horses and buggies would go through here. Of course, I don't think it was paved back then. Well, that's what this type of stuff four-wheel drive associations do. Is they keep stuff usable. We're gonna park and walk around. Nice, Jimmy. Nice. Decent, Jimmy. Decent. We're not gonna leave that bag there.
Lightning and thunder.
And we're on there. Just want to make sure I can read the. I can. Good. Okay. straight ahead. Seeing the hills.
Yeah. There's some snow up there. Some snow.
There's some snow up there too.
Yeah.
Fairly high up. In the lake.
Today we were going to stay at Mammoth Lakes. However, the weather seems to be getting really cold.
Wet.
And wet. So we decided to find a hotel to stay in for tonight. Found one in Longpine. This actually allows us to cover more miles than planned. And we don't have to set up and take down the tent so that we can get up early tomorrow, go to Death Valley, and have more time there.
Looks like the views from Sierra and Mount Whitney. So Mount Whitney would be that way. We can't see it. We can almost see Lone Pine Peak because you can see the little notch that goes up and it goes. You can see the little bump.
Vaguely, I can see a silhouette.
Well, you can see this part.
I can see that part, yeah.
But you can't see the tip of the peak.
Whitney is the highest mountain in the contiguous United States and the Sierra Nevada with an elevation of 14,505 feet. I guess there are a lot of highest mountains in the States.
Well, I mean, there can only be one.
What's the height of the Mountain Rainier?
14,410.
Oh, the highest volcanic peak
That's what I said, the highest,
in
yeah.
the contiguous United States.
Mount Rainier is the active volcano and the highest volcanic peak in the contiguous United States. Because it's volcanic, it's the highest volcanic peak. Mount Whitney is not volcanic.
I guess you can be the highest as long as you add enough conditions.
Yeah, exactly. That's only one condition though, so that's okay. Go walking into these just real willy-nilly because snakes can be hiding in them. Rattlesnakes.
There could be snakes here now?
Yeah,
Oh man.
we are in the desert. They like to live in areas like this. So this area is fine because you can see real well. And some of them can kind of camouflage themselves in this stuff, but the bushes and stuff, they're between them, you wouldn't see it until you're on it, and then they would get you. Rattlesnake bites are extremely painful, and I think they can be deadly. So.
Yeah, it could be deadly. Something we were never concerned about before. Stale one though.
Fresh one.
Fresh one.
Freshly slaughtered. We're about a mile above sea level now, so we're going to be descending like a mile.
I can convert between feet and mile.
Mile is 5,200 feet, roughly.
So we will be descending
for over
5,000 feet to get to Death Valley lowest
To get
point.
to the, yeah, exactly. You can see the hill, the road climbing up on the other side. That coffee's pretty strong. Look at that. Just past the sign, 3,000 feet elevation. Now we're at 2,000.
Now we're 2,000. It's supposed to be Darwin Wash, but it's totally dry right now.
Totally.
Totally dry.
We'll be climbing. I'll let you know if we need to turn off the AC. Because I'll be watching our temperature.
Why do we need to turn off AC at a certain point?
Because it makes the engine work harder. If it's too hot and your engine overheats, you have to get it, you can shut down. You have to turn it off to get it to cool down. So, and you don't want to be sitting out here outside your vehicle for very long in the hot. In the summer, it's a lot hotter here. I mean, it reaches, I think the record is like 138 Fahrenheit. So it's like, I think it's like 58 degrees Celsius.
So you can fry eggs here.
You can fry eggs on the pavement, yeah. So, I mean, right now it's not that bad. It's 27 out, so it's not that bad.
I mean, if it were that high, it would definitely take a toll on the vehicle.
Yeah, but it's that high. A lot of vehicles have issues out here. Mountains, you know, and it's, over the millions of years, they break down.
May you live long like the mountain.
Just slowly crumble.
Slowly crumble. We're ascending right now.
Right now, yeah.
And then descend again.
We will descend again. So now we're at 3,000.
3,000 elevation again.
Yeah.
Up and down, up and down.
It was like 4953 feet.
Yeah.
We were 50 feet shy of 5,000.
Now we're trying to descend again. We don't have to try. We are descending again.
It's one thing you don't have to try. You have to try to ascend, but you don't have to try to descend.
That's right. Gravity works. Damn.
Gravity will help you there. Save some energy. And actually give us some energy back.
Yeah.
This is a rest area, then we're gonna, fee area? What? There's a bathroom here, so Cecile wants to stop.
Okay. I thought Furnace Creek wasn't even that far, but I know it's after the change. So.
After Furnace Creek, it's like 30, 40 miles to the Tesla Charger, so we're about on schedule.
Okie dokie.
On my drivetrain, trip, battery, tire, pressure, multi-thing.
Oh, we probably have that too. I just haven't looked.
So it's like 60 feet below the sea level.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember some video that said, they're at an area and they said, see that side over there? That is sea level. And, pointing way up.
And we're getting lower.
Minus 80.
Minus 80 now.
It's still dropping.
Minus 82. Minus 83.
Cool.
84. 85. 86. 88.
That's it?
For now,
Minus 88 seems to be the lowest.
Cool.
on this stretch.
Yeah, but with 54 miles left, I'm not sure how many more spots we have for it.
I'm not sure if Furnace Creek is lower or not.
Guess we'll find out soon.
See, this is definitely lower. Look at that.
Yeah. That's where the 120 something.
That's where the
Overall, GPS picture still looks good, so I think we're fine. Does kind of look lower over there.
I'd say most certainly.
Double digits below zero. Minus 130. 140. 45.
What? It's 145 feet now? Minus.
Still going.
180.
Maybe even further. Maybe even lower. I don't know for sure.
lowest record. I like that.
New local record.
Oh, new local record.
For us. For us, it's the lowest we've ever been.
It is. This is very salty. Interesting color.
Building on the right.
Yeah, that's to a campground. Yeah, we can check this out.
Palm trees. This is getting higher.
We climbed up a little bit. There's a store there.
So we paid the $30 at the entrance. Now in the visitor center, we can just upgrade to an annual fee. So basically top up $50 to get an annual pass.
Yeah.
Get an annual pass for all the parks.
All federal parks, all national parks,
national
Bureau
parks.
of Reclamation parks,
Yay!
BLM land, Army Corps of Engineer lands.
Yeah, awesome. New sticker. Having a quick sandwich at
Furnace Creek.
Furnace Creek. It's very outstanding.
Damn.
Surrounded by the greens with the mansion.
The Shaw of Death Valley. There's bad water on the right.
That's why the palms are on the left.
Damn right. Elevation, sea level. It'd be nice if he's got an electric truck. He could get a contact charge just by driving through here.
Contact charge to the truck. That would be nice.
Just drive over there and plug in.
Wow.
My cabinets will be batteries too.
That was my guess.
Now that's a lake, right? Beautiful view.
What's that?
Nav says 1.7 miles, but I don't know what I'm nabbing to.
At 1.5 for me. It's an overlook to the right. Well, that is just a road to an overlook.
That's Lake Mead, right?
It's called Hoover Dam Lookout Point, I think.
Hoover Dam Lookout. That's Lake Mead, right?
Yes. Very low Lake Mead. It's a couple hundred feet lower than it should be. Pretty colors.
Do you know why there's so many power lines here?
I wonder. Wait for 'em.
No drones allowed.
Yeah. If they don't even allow you to bring them in, I don't know.
Look at the grid.
Look at the power. Wow.
Can you see it? You can see the power just flowing.
I can just hear the electrons.
We are on the Hoover Dam right now.
Look how the water is. I'm just here for the damn view.
For the love of God, let me out.
For a good time, open the door.
$1.
What are you waiting for? Come on over.
To 1935 is when it was constructed. It's just the way they mounted them to get the cables from the power generator up to this way. And they've got this crane on cables that can go across. If they need to do work, they can raise and lower a big ship.
Hiking, right? Yeah.
This is called Elephant Rock. Trying to figure out why is it called elephant. there's some car show here. The blue truck, yeah, it's good.
Very cool.
Nice. Yeah, we're gonna top up the gas and head out to a campground that we found, which is 20 minutes drive from Mesquite. Of course, there's a casino.
Of course. And a big one.
Just got to the campground. It's $8 per night, and if you have I think it's called interagency pass, it's half the price, so pretty good deal. And we're setting things up right now under this full moon. It's an awesome experience. We can see the stars very clearly on the sky. We're also right next to a river, so definitely looking forward to the view in the morning. Very windy in the morning. It's called Virgin River. Most of it is dry. There's still some water flowing right now. Cactus.
That truck behind us, that red one?
Yeah.
That's CR England. That's the company when I first started driving truck. That's the company I drove for. I learned that that's where I learned how to drive truck.
CR England.
Yeah. They're based out of Salt Lake City.
Find the water container that we were looking for, but our friends has enough water for today, so that's not an urgent issue. We're just gonna put that aside, and we're going to Bryce Canyon to enjoy some beautiful views. hiking, possibly some hiking.
Possibly.
Yeah. And then further down the road, we will find the water container that we're looking for. So.
This makes it slightly higher than Grand Canyon North.
Cool.
Slightly higher.
Yeah, higher elevation than Grand Canyon.
Over 10,000 feet.
Didn't know we were getting high today.
Honest question, do you, is your engine at any difference at this altitude?
I haven't noticed any difference. Because typically gas engines at higher elevations don't do very well. Don't do as because the air is thinner. But because this is turbocharged, it kind of helps make it up. If it was carbureted, it would be having a harder time. But fuel injected and being turbocharged helps a lot. Flat, this is kind of like plains. The high plains.
It's getting sleepy, I think.
It's a high elevation. You don't get as much oxygen.
It's a self-sufficient little town. Best town
There's
ever.
even an RV park. You can invite people to come visit you, but not have to have them stay in your house. Like there's an RV. Oh, cool. Which room am I staying in? Well, there's an RV park just down the street. You're staying there. National park, so our card works.
Yeah, we got the annual pass yesterday, which comes in handy today. It was pretty handy last night as well.
Yeah.
For the camping, even though the camp spot was $8. This pass cut it half.
Bryce Canyon City.
Just got a dream catcher from the gift shop. And we won't have nightmares anymore. It's not truly a canyon, that is a series of natural amphitheaters
a river.
carved into the edge of Consogant Plateau.
So why they call it Bryce Canyon?
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Oh, look at all the bikes. Wish I was there. Woo!
Nobody's waving back. Ooh.
One guy did. One guy kind of stuck his thumb out. Clear out to the end of that point. See a crack.
On the very tops of every one of these walls, the very peaks, is that last little bit of Yellowstone ready to erode away. Isn't that interesting? Very. See that big tree down there? Yep. Nice, beautiful evergreen, right? That's a Douglas fir. A Douglas fir, you saw a lot when you went up to Natural Bridge. Douglas fir needs high altitude for the cooler weather, and it needs more moisture up there. I don't know, did I tell you guys? I don't know if I told you. That higher part of the park where you guys will go tomorrow and you guys went to, they get 25 inches of annual rainfall at Rainbow Point. Really? We get 20, 22 inches. Down there in that valley, you're looking at way down there, 11 inches. And the desert is 10 inches or less. So our climate change in just a mile and a half as the crow flies has been compared to the climate change between New York City and Miami Beach. Wow. So anyhow, that Douglas fir should not be there. Any textbooks would say no way.
야, 크로코다일 아치스가 너 아치스 있잖아. 여기 가고 여기 있다고 버스 운전자가 그랬는데.
This is definitely very touristy. Yeah.
Cumulonimbus.
Cumulonimbus?
Nimbus.
Nimbus.
Cumulonimbus.
Cumulonimbus.
There you go.
That's such a mouthful word. But it just basically means there's a bunch of dark clouds accumulating. Yeah.
They're basically rain clouds is what it means. They accumulate a lot of water.
There's another bridge.
Just imagine
all the people.
Yes. Let you know. Go up. So if we're 8,000 feet in elevation, go up 4 times more than that, and you're still not at the height of Mount Everest.
Yeah. This is a what? This is a 9,000?
This is only about 8,000.
8,000. Already feeling a little bit lack of oxygen.
It's because we don't live in the area. You actually do get used to it. You acclimate.
Yeah, your red cells would grow.
And your lungs get more efficient as well.
Thank you for humoring us with this adventure and price. Hope you didn't get totally bored.
I believe we enjoyed ourselves, so thank you for suggesting it.
We are leaving Bryce Canyon. We just booked a hotel in Kanab so that we can do laundry and the Rivian can get charged there. And we will have a good night there.
Totally. like a regional airstrip. It's not for big planes.
Welcome to Arizona.
Another state already.
Well, kind of returning to a state we've already been to.
Yeah, we were already in it. Where are we going today? The Grand Canyon.
The Grand Canyon, the north rim of the Grand Canyon. That should be awesome. You're going to see a massive hole in the ground.
Massive hole.
A massive hole. The canyon. A massive hole in the ground. It's actually, that canyon was carved by the Colorado River.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's at the very bottom. That's what makes it a canyon.
So after all the years, the river just flushed a bunch of stuff out and it becomes a canyon?
Well, partially the river. I imagine there were other things that worked. Like when the ocean, when the water was super high, it helped. But river at the very bottom of it, hundreds of millions of years of work to make it that.
We're only exploring North Rim today because that was highly recommended.
Well, and it's also in a matter of time. If we went all around it, it would take a day. If we went to the South Rim also or the East, it would take a lot longer. And
yeah,
we do have kind of a time schedule.
And the North Rim is less crowded, I believe.
And that's what they were saying. It's not as insane there as some of the other locations.
Between 10 and about 20.
10 to 20 Celsius.
Rain, cloudy.
Cloudy. It's like it's an old 40s power wagon.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, they're neat.
It's a little bit of rain right now. Hopefully that doesn't affect the view.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll see. Entering, we're going through the payment booth, but since we have this, we don't need to worry about that. Interagency Senior Pass, $80 lifetime. I hope they live long enough to make it worth it. Just past the payment booth, we are in Grand Canyon National Park. We can have a little peek into the canyon now. Oh my. The upper 5 layers, that would mean 70 million years. Hi, June. Or Junie.
We gotta head back up. We're leaving Grand Canyon now. Gotta head back up to Kanab, Utah, so the other vehicle can get some electrons, and we'll probably eat. Then we'll head towards Page, Arizona, and east beyond that, and then find some campground to spend the night.
I just can't believe it.
Nature.
You know that movie, Truman or something? The guy who was living in a fake world.
Oh yeah,
Truman?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Are we Truman? Are we Truman? I feel like this is not real. Must be some kind of wall with a painting on it. We're picking up some electrons too.
So we're just going through Page, right? We're not planning on stopping there?
I have no POIs to you.
What? Not that I know of.
I will check the map.
Points of interest. I think that was initially only for him to charge, but he's not charging there, so. We're just going through.
There is a rainbow.
Rainbow.
Yeah, Will's recording it. He thought I was joking when I said, hey, there's a rainbow.
It's a smaller mini version of Hoover Dam.
Much smaller. Much smaller. There's a big waterway behind it, but it's also low.
Whoa.
Glen Canyon. And here's the dam. You can kind of see it. And there's a big waterway. That's where that big water is. Big water reservoir. Yeah, big water is behind Glen Canyon Dam, and that's the downstream.
And water
It
goes
comes
through.
out of it.
Yeah. And generate power.
It is a power generating dam.
For
yes.
Arizona. So beautiful. There's actually some free charging here for EVs. That is why this is called Twin Rocks. 56%.
Oh, nice.
So it's a little bit over 1 hour.
I think we might put it on.
You charged 50%.
Nice. When we go, we'll hit the e-save button. It'll hold the battery charge for later.
Yep, for the Moab trails.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, we just had a nice breakfast and now we are headed towards Moab.
Yeah.
Supposed to be a lot of jeeps there, so we'll see. And we have a lot of ducks to use.
Oh yeah, a lot of ducks that we got to go through. I think we can do it. And we got to find a cool camping spot for possibly 2 nights, and then after that. But Moab and some trails are on the list. Awesome.
Purple layers on the mountain. It's cool.
Kind of greenish.
Maybe that can power this hotel.
They're also called wind turbines.
How did you sleep last night?
Fair.
Fair, yeah.
I didn't have to get up to go to the bathroom. So that's good.
Me neither. Tiramisu. It's a weird looking.
It's a layered dessert.
So we just booked a campground. Just booked a tent site tonight at KOA campground. Nice little Jeep. The campsite has been set up and we're going to be here for a couple of days. Here we come, Moab. We have settled down in the campground. We showered, we had food, and we're going to the city to walk around. This is the very first time of the trip that we can actually have a relaxed day or chill day.
Yeah.
So
we actually got set up and have the day to relax, wander around, not drive until it's dark and set up in the night.
yeah. There are definitely a lot of Jeeps in Moab. And those huge tires.
It is the real thing, but it doesn't have an engine or transmission in it.
It is a real car?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So cool. We just got back from City Walk. Is that City Walk?
City Market? Yeah, we walked around the city, so
yeah,
it's
well,
kind
that
of
was
a
City Walk. But even though it doesn't look like a city,
It's a town.
it's a town. It is such a beautiful town. Just got back from the City Walk. Got a cool sticker. Show me your cool shirt. Damn.
That's the back.
That's the back.
Of the Cadillac. There's the front.
Nice. Cool.
Right.
Today's our second day in Moab, and we're going to Onion Creek for some off-roading.
Some easy off-roading.
Some easy off-roading.
Should be fun though.
Should be fun. Yay, yay, yeah.
Lots of views.
We see a lot of views, a lot of Jeeps.
Oh, gondola. Interesting.
The Skytram was never completed.
Right there.
On your left.
Yep.
Colorado River.
You wonder what you know why they call this state Colorado?
Why?
It translates to color red.
Oh, color red?
Yes.
Oh.
Because of all the red rock?
That makes much more sense.
Yeah.
But why not Utah? What is Utah?
I'm not sure. But when they named Colorado, that's what they named it after. Red rock. Because Colorado's got a lot of this too.
Interesting.
A lot of clay. So this river is the one that goes to the Hoover Dam. It winds around and eventually works its way to the Hoover Dam. They dammed this river. There are other tributaries that go into it as well, but the Colorado River is the main river going there. So Lake Mead, mostly from the Colorado River.
Cool. Thank you, my tour guide.
I have my moments.
I like those moments.
70s, early 80s CJ, the CJ5. Built up, basically built for just trails. But you can drive it on the road, so you can drive it from your like campground to the trail, do your trail stuff, and drive it back. You get some guys that build trail only, and they can't really run it on the road because the gearing is too low. But that one's geared well enough you can still drive it on the highway, and then be very good on the trail.
Another crossing, but I lost count.
Spires are really cool. Some of these, like the other state called them hoodoos. Suspension flexing, sorry, something just came not loose, but made it wiggle a little bit. Yeah, it's fine. Not gonna hurt anything. One more vehicle coming.
Perfect.
Nice Jeep.
Thank you.
Have a good day. back up again. Following the trail. Looks like it does go down to a road. That was the worst section. It's still level 1 though. just went down is the worst part. The rest of this is like simple Forest Service road. Just steep. Ready. So we started here. And
from Highway 128.
yeah, went along Onion Creek Trail.
Yeah.
Followed that along past the Fisher Towers. We're following this 100 BLM 100. Now we're coming up. There's a Hideout Canyon camping area.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna kind of cut around this mountain here. Probably gonna be some more fun sections. Hideout Canyon Road. Then coming down Cocopelli Trail, Onion Creek to Andy Mesa. And gonna follow this Beaver Mesa. Just gonna keep following this trail until we get back to here, and it looks like there's a road. We'll be back on pavement.
Is yours electric?
Ours is a
hybrid.
A plug-in hybrid.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, we love it. The power. It's the same torque as the 392.
No way.
Yeah. It's 470 foot-pounds of torque, and it's 375 horse.
Plug-in hybrid, so it's not the E.
This is the 4xe, so it does have a battery under the back seat. You can plug it in.
So it is a 4xe. You got the blue.
It doesn't have the blue hooks, but it has the blue lettering by the down there.
It's kind of what made me ask.
Yeah, and it's got the plug-in over here. And it says 4xe in the back.
Electric?
Huh?
How many miles you get on electric?
Usually about 30. But the main thing for us is the amount of power it really you step on it, it goes. But climbing the steep stuff, no struggle at all. It just walks right up.
Also on the trail, just use the electric. It's so quiet.
Yeah, you hear all the creaks and everything.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it's awesome.
She's the one that said, "Oh, these guys are electric. It sounds so quiet."
Yeah, well, we're down to 7% on the battery now. So
is it regenerative braking?
Yep.
So
if I go down a long pass, I can recharge up. Yeah.
That's cool. Huh.
Yeah. You want to go up and pass, but you're going to turn around.
Sure doesn't run out of battery.
Yeah. He charged up pretty well before we left. Cocopelli, dude. Whatever it's called.
Little cactus.
Very cute little cactus.
On the rocks, damn.
Yeah. So we got around a curve and up a little tiny rough section. Saw a Jeep coming the other way that said that the road behind them that they just went through was really rough for about half a mile, and they turned around because they weren't sure if it connected to the highway. But the main part of the story is they said it's really rough, and we don't want to give anybody in our party a heart attack, so we're turning around and going back to the beginning where we came from.
What kind of goofball is that?
It's skipping.
It's on.
It's okay.
You wanna jump?
I don't need to jump anymore. Thank you.
Just over 20 percentage point drop on my battery on that excursion.
And we're on pavement. How do you feel about the Onion Creek Trail?
The Onion Creek Trail was fun. Started getting more fun toward the spot that we had to we turned around.
Yeah.
I think it would have gotten more interesting, but reason to come back, and all the other different trails. Maybe come back during some kind of an event where there are a bunch of groups and guides and stuff. We go up, do some other trails with guides and people that know how to spot, so we can do some really cool stuff.
Yeah. Something to look forward to in the future.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of trails in this area. Beauty is beyond words. Yeah.
Back to civilization, and we're going to get food. When the sunset hits the Moab mountain, that's the color you got. Absolutely beautiful.
Done this in a long time. So you take these horseshoes,
Alright.
and then the idea is to get it to hit that round peg.
Go ahead. To hit that, like, the rod, right?
Yeah, and if you can get a ringer, that's what you're aiming for.
Oh! Oh, another one.
Got a couple of them. So if you get, say this one was sitting right here, it's within the width of the horseshoe, you get a point.
Oh, okay.
If it's like this, if it's like it hit but came back, I think that's 2 points, and if it's actually wrapped all the way around, it's 3.
Oh, interesting. So we just left the campground in Moab, and we're heading towards Yellowstone in Wyoming.
Yes. Go see Old Faithful, hopefully see some buffalo and some other sights while we're there.
Yeah, so today's mostly driving, hoping to reach Yellowstone, but we will see.
We may alter our route a little bit, go to West Yellowstone tonight, and it's a possibility. It's a wind turbine blade.
One blade.
That's one blade, yes.
One blade is huge. Oh, there's another one.
Yeah. Yeah, there are multiple. There might be 3, there might be only 2. That's pretty cool though, isn't it?
Pretty cool. Oh, look at that oil. Damn. We can see some color change. What is around?
Beautiful. Look at all them red trees. Red and orange and some yellow.
Yeah.
There. That's what those trucks back there were hauling, was the blades for those.
Yeah. Huge windmills. Whoa.
Yeah. That's powerful.
That is powerful.
Feel the energy, man.
I'm energized just by being close to it.
You want to plug in?
I don't think they have the 1450.
How inconsiderate of them.
Cybertruck.
Getting into the Salt Lake City afternoon traffic.
Not there yet. Not in the Salt Lake
yeah,
City.
we're not in Salt Lake City even close to yet. But we're seeing the traffic backing up now.
Another Cybertruck.
Yeah, we're north of Ogden now.
But we can have a little peek at the Salt Lake.
Great Salt Lake. Just to our west.
Let's see if we can have a clear peek again.
Of course, you can see it better from the truck cab. But
You might have a better
you will
view
see
here.
it. There, see?
Ooh, look at that. You can see the water
Yeah.
way out there. Solar farm?
Yeah.
And this is
And this is in Utah.
Okay.
I was not expecting it.
Welcome to Idaho. So we actually made to Yellowstone. We got here around 7 p.m. We're trying to set up the tent right now and possibly have some hot dinner because it's kind of cold here. And we're gonna explore Yellowstone tomorrow. We're actually pretty close to a forest based on the staff, and hopefully the animals won't get us tonight. Hot soup noodle is the best in the cold weather. Good night. Good morning. We got some pretty good star shots last night. It's 9:30 a.m. right now and the sun is pretty high. We have wrapped up everything. This is where we stayed last night. Pretty nice place, very clean campground. Yeah, as you can see, there's a sign here about grizzly bears. So yeah, this campsite is right next to the forest, so there could be animals walking around. And as you can see, we're on the grass right now instead of on sand. Quite a climate change. First things first, we're going to have breakfast and then we'll be headed towards Yellowstone National Park. More stickers. Yay, we are in the Yellowstone Park. Now it's gonna be a long drive. Our first stop is to Old Faithful, of course. So we went in from the west, so we're just going towards the east along this Madison River, and at a certain point we will turn south towards Old Faithful. and turning into the Grand Prismatic Spring. Let's see how colorful the spring will be. Pretty colorful.
I hope so. This is very popular.
Looks like very popular. We can see the steam. Kind of boiling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, that might be where the water's coming up too.
Oh, spring. Yeah, that's a spring. Animals buried alive.
Oh,
around those rocks. Now we're leaving the Grand Prismatic Spring and we're headed to the Old Faithful, the most well-known place in Yellowstone National Park. It's very crowded here. You have to wait for a long time to get to the parking lot and find a spot.
Yeah, a lot of people are parked in actual bus parking.
Yeah,
that thing is awesome. I want one. Yeah, I think it's Biscuit Basin because it said it was just north of Old Faithful. Blew parts of the boardwalk and everything apart.
Oh wow.
So it was closed.
Old Faithful. Right now it's 1:30. The next predicted eruption is 1:56. The in building is right there with a bunch of flags. Oh my god. There's a bison right at the geyser. That's so cool.
Is he sleeping?
He's just chilling.
Just hanging out.
Yeah. Just chilling. He's enjoying being
he's
watched.
chewing.
Feeling like a celebrity.
Yeah, he's been there for about an hour. Just.
Oh geez. Can you get a selfie with us?
We've had different experts.
Buffalo. There's another one right down here. Bison. Was not expecting them.
We're going further north and we're gonna turn right or turn east at the Norris to go to the Lamar Valley. We should see a bunch of spots along the way.
And a bunch of animals, so they say.
So they say, but we're hopeful. Kind of cool. That's a little bit bizarre, but cool. Buffalo on the road.
Oh.
Bunch of rams hang out. Lots of bots facing.
Yeah. Those antelope looking things.
Oh, they're walking towards us, a couple of them. You want to wait a bit? You're coming. Bye bye, son. We're officially in Lamar Valley now. Hopefully we can see more wildlife. And a coyote.
Yeah.
A lot of bisons there. Oh, and there. Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see from the video, but there's so many bisons hanging around. And on that side too. Feels like there are hundreds of them. Yeah, they're so far away.
Oh, you can see really well through the other.
Ooh. To camp here?
I think it'd be cool if there was a camping spot.
Yeah, more buffaloes here.
We've seen a lot of buffalo. So yeah.
Whoa, here. Yellowstone National Park from the northeast entrance. Bye bye, Yellowstone.
Are you gonna cross or?
Moo.
It's a cool name. That one's pretty good.
So, change of plans. We drove on the highway 212 further to the east, and we just cannot hit a spot with phone signal, and we don't know where the highway is gonna lead to. So we decided to come back to the northeast entrance and come back to the north entrance. Was it north entrance?
Yeah, north entrance out Mammoth, which will take us right to Highway 90.
Yeah.
But it was a little adventure. We got to see some interesting things, including some funny cows that were giving us dirty looks.
Yeah. And when we go through the Lamar Valley again, we might see more animals. Maybe some wolves, I don't know.
Yeah. Dusk is prime time for some of the other animals. So.
So we stayed one night in Bozeman, Montana, and today we're gonna drive further west through Montana, Idaho, and Washington, and eventually we are gonna arrive Winthrop, Washington.
Winthrop, Washington.
We have booked a cabin there, so and along the way we're gonna see Coulee Dam, which is the
Grand Coulee Dam.
Grand Coulee Dam, which is the largest dam in North America, just mass-wise.
Yeah, by the amount of concrete that's in it.
Yeah.
And
Not
it's
the
also the
tallest.
largest hydroelectric dam. This is the most electric in North America.
Yeah. Hoover is the tallest, but Coulee is the largest.
Anaconda National Monument. So if you watch up here on the right, you'll see a sign.
Anaconda.
An opportunity. But that's the monument they're talking about, the tower.
What is opportunity?
I think that's the name of another town. And there was a riot back a long time ago that actually blew out. They ended up having cannons and blowing holes in it. So did these walls. All these old walls of stone is the old prison walls. Quarters. The guards would be up there with rifles, and they had to bring in cannons and fire them into the cells
To settle down the riot.
to calm the riot. Yeah.
What are those prisoners from all over the
All
country?
over the country. Yes, it was a federal penitentiary, and it was like high security. So the dangerous prisoners and stuff got sent there. River will be in Washington.
Yeah, we crossed the river. Spokane River.
Because the Washington side on this side.
Welcome to Washington. Bye, Idaho. Now we can see the Lake Roosevelt.
And you can see the dam on the other side. All that concrete you see.
This is the
Chief Joseph Dam.
on the top of the Columbia River. Yeah, all these boxes are for apples. East Washington produces the majority of apples for the whole country. We had a good night at that little cute cabin.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool. Now we are headed home.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, we had a great time.
Yeah.
I'm ready to
Rest.
yeah. 'Cause you never do get quite enough sleep for like constantly going, so
Yeah.
It'll be get home, relax a little bit, get everything cleaned up.
Fortunately, we have a long weekend, so we have 3 days to relax at home. We're stopping at the Diablo Lake and take a look at the lake and maybe the dam.